All right, come on in the room again. We'll try this for the second time. Hey, Shelly. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Lystra. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. Is that better? It's good. All right. Good. I've got 6 days until I leave. I am super excited. Super excited about my trip next week. Hey, Nick. How you doing, sis? How you doing? Good to see you in here. Welcome. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for finding your followers. You are? Yes. I'm excited that you're coming. It is going to be, I'm telling you, All the earth will shout your praise. Ooh, Jesus. I'm telling you, this conference is going to be amazing. Just wanted to give a little, Are you Lord? Oh, Jesus. Yes, I can't wait till I can play this one on the piano. Okay, so I'm just going to give a little bit of a testimony after I have given a little information. So the conference is in Vandalia. It's the Awaken Prophetic and Prayer Conference. God gave me the word that I'm going to speak on Wednesday, and it is not because I'm anything great, but because the word of God is great. I can say with confidence that anyone that shows up to this conference, anyone that is able to watch this conference live on live stream, and anyone that is able to even watch it on the replay is never going to be the same. This is going to be a life-changing experience. And not only for the people who are, hey Dawn, not only for the people who are attending and receiving the word, but also for the ones who are giving word. I believe, one of the things that, I got to keep an eye on the time because Jason will be on at 1. So I want to make sure that Prophet Edwards will be on at 1. And I want to make sure that anyone who wants to watch that is able to. I mean, if I go over a little bit, I'm not going to Anyway, let me just say this. One of the things that he brought to my mind yesterday is that every single one of the speakers, hey Yaswarius, has never spoken at a conference before. And 2 of us have actually, I don't believe, ever preached before. That would be me and Prophet Sergio. Obviously, Brother Mason and Prophet Edwards have both preached messages before. With the exception of being on Facebook or Periscope, Apostle Sergio and I have not ever spoken or preached. And I say that because when I was preaching, or when I did preach, it was more of a practice thing when I was in Bible school. So, for lack of, okay, fine. It's not my very first Oh, excuse me. That's not my very first time. Pardon me. Whew. But it is I consider it my first time because that was a long time ago. Just saying. Just saying. So I'm super excited. It is the 26th and 27th. And I believe that God has given me a word. He may change it up when I get there. But the word that I have will eventually be delivered, whether it's delivered there or somewhere else. And so I'm just excited because God is just, he's been pulling things together. The needs that we have for the conference are coming in. And I'm going to grab I'm not crying, I promise. My eye is still leaking. And so we are starting with prayer at 4 o'clock on Friday. I believe that prayer is going to start out just being the speakers and the praise and worship team. And then as people begin to show up, they will join in the prayer. And then we will go from there. I'm excited. It's going to be amazing. We are obviously covered in prayer. I believe that all of us that are ministering, and possibly even more than the ones who are ministering, are all of us, God has provided the way for us to go. And so my absolute needs for the trip to get me there and back are met. I am super excited about that because I started with nothing. And God provided every single penny that I need to make it there. Now, the Bible says that my God shall supply all your needs according to his riches and glory. And if he calls you to do something, he's going to take care of it. And because he's called me to do this, he's taking care of my needs. But he also says to seek first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. And so I believe that these things being added to you are not needs, they're wants. And he will also give you the desires of your heart. Well, the desire of my heart is to be able to bless people. The desire of my heart is to be able to, especially because I'm leaving Thursday. I'm sorry. I'm leaving the 25th. And I will be staying the night. No, actually, I'm not sleepy. I just, for whatever reason, I started yawning. I'm a night owl. I usually am up till 2-3 in the morning. So, yeah, it's not a sleepy yawn. It's maybe I'm not breathing properly or something. So anyway, I want to be able to bless the girl that I'm staying with on Thursday night, because she's letting me stay at her house so that I don't have to pay for a third night for a hotel. And, so I just want to tell you how good God is. And so I messaged, I have 2 friends that I'm for sure meeting up with besides the girl that I'm staying with. And so I just want to tell you how good God is. I got a message today from one of them, and she is, I believe, in her 2nd trimester. And when I had messaged her a month and a half ago or so, or maybe 2 months ago, she said, well, remind me when it gets closer because, pregnancy brain. And I was like, okay, sure. So I sent her a message, and then this morning she said, that pregnancy brain thing? She was like, well, I work that day, so can we do supper? And I was like, let me see. And I still hadn't received word from my childhood best friend, who I have not seen since childhood. When we were children, her parents and her brother and sister were sent off to be missionaries in El Salvador. So I have not seen her since then. Well, I had sent her a message also about the same time that I had sent SJ a message and said, hey, are you going to be in town? Because Glenview is right by Chicago, and that's where I'm going to be staying on Thursday night. And she had said, well, I'm not sure if we're going to be there because our daughter is in Bible quizzing, and if she wins her match, then she's going to nationals. And I'm like, well, I'll pray that she wins. Pray for God's will, whatever. So I also got a message from her today, and she has offered her home for me to have lunch in. And so she's going to make me lunch, which is amazing. And I'm going to get to spend some time with her. And then I'm going to drive to Chicago. I'm sorry, no. Well, actually, she's in Glenville, which is like super close to Chicago. So then I'm going to drive to Chicago and meet up with SJ for dinner. And possibly her husband. And I'm sure her daughter. Unless she's going to leave the daughter and husband at home. Which that's completely up to her. And so I'm really excited because everything worked out, because originally I was going to have lunch with SJ and dinner with my childhood best friend. But it worked out the opposite. So I'm going to have lunch with my childhood best friend. I'm going to have dinner with SJ. I'll be done right around the time that Nikki will be getting off of work and getting home, because Nikki works until 7. And so it just worked out. Everything just worked out. And so I'm really super stoked. And like today, I kept on saying, when people were posting stuff about the conference and stuff, I'm like, I am like out of my skin excited. However, I also, there's a little bit of nervousness and anxiousness that's trying to come on me, because I've had super bad experiences with GPS. Like, GPS has gotten me lost more times than it's actually helped me find where I'm going. And I'm traveling 8 hours, so 4 hours to Chicago, and then 4 hours to Vandalia. So on the 25th, I'm traveling to Glenview, which is right by Chicago. But I'm also I'm stopping halfway in Madison and having a coffee with my sister. So I'm planning to be in Glenview around 1-ish or so. And so I'm going to be traveling to Madison, and then I'm going to travel from Madison to Glenview. I keep saying it wrong, Glenview. But I just have not had the best, and I hate to say the word luck, I've not had the best experience with Google Maps. Just saying. So I thought about maybe using a different GPS app called Waze, but I'm just not sure if I'll have to maybe use it a couple times in town here or something and have it take me somewhere, even though I already know how to get there, and just see how accurate it is. And then maybe I'll even take a little trip, to like a nearby town, to a specific place to see if it will take me there. So I guess we'll see. Anyway, so I said all that to say that I really just wanted to give God glory, because He has come through, with finances for each person that is traveling. And those who desire to come, He's made a way. And, it's so interesting to me that the enemy, he has tried, I'm sure, with every single person to discourage or to stop them from coming to this conference. But I believe that because we are standing strong, because we are standing firm, and we are doing what God has called us to do, that God is going to bless us even more. And so I'm excited about this conference. I'm excited about the word going forth. I haven't used MapQuest at all. So you mean like just getting like a travel tick from there, like telling you this is, yeah. Waze, I don't know. I've heard good and bad things about Waze. Yeah, I realize that is your old stomping ground. However, it's getting there. Now, once I'm there, I think it'll be okay. Because I will probably end up just meeting, well, I'll be going to my friend's house, and then she can probably give me, hey, Jax, directions to go to Chicago, where I'll be meeting up with SJ. So I am like super excited. I like can't even stand it. I'm so excited. And I'm just excited to see what God is going to do. I wish that you all could come. I wish I could pick you all up and have you come with me. So is MapQuest an app, or are you talking about like just getting like turn-by-turn directions? I'm curious about that. Excuse me while I blow my nose. Over and over and over. Yeah, see, and that's kind of what I need is someone saying, hey, your turn's coming up, because I'll just get lost in the spirit and end up in Mexico or something. I'm just kidding, not really. I'm just saying, like, I've been assured that the vehicle that I'm going to have is going to have a way for me to hook my phone up so I can play my iTunes on there. So, yeah, I might be getting lost in the spirit and not pay attention to where I'm going. I know, it's terrible. I know that God has his way, and I know I can get, I'm pretty sure I can get to Madison without trouble, because my sister takes the trip from Madison to Marshfield, and then from Marshfield to Madison every single week to pick up and drop off her son. Over and over and over. Over and over and over. Nice. Anyway, sorry. Sidetracked. Squirrel. Song. But so, yeah, I'm just, nervousness is trying to come on. The enemy's trying to bring fear about me getting lost. He tried it with having someone tell me that there's going to be a problem with my tires. And here's my thing. Okay, I understand, like, giving me some advice about, hey, make sure that they check this and check that and whatever. But when someone, like, tries to almost sound like they're speaking for God and saying, I had a really weird feeling and I think you should check your tires. Well, this particular person, she had one of her actual wheels come off of her car, and she ended up in a ditch, and that was years ago. And so every time anybody takes a trip, yeah, I don't receive it. I already told God. I'm like, I called them at the rental company, and I said, what kind of checking do you guys do before you rent a car out? And she was like, well, we check the oil, we check all the fluids. And I said, do you guys check the tires? And she was like, well, not usually. And I said, well, would you guys just be willing to just check the tires out, make sure that they're, that the air pressure is good and all that kind of stuff? Oh, sure, no problem. So they're going to just, check that out. And I don't know if that's what she meant, but I don't receive that. I believe that this is a trip that's ordained by God. And I'm not about to let that bring fear of, like blowing a tire on the freeway or what have you. Just not going to allow that. I don't receive it in Jesus' name. But like I said, fear, the enemy trying to bring fear, the enemy trying to bring nervousness, which is rooted in fear about the trip. And then also the enemy trying to bring, well, you're not good enough, or, you're not perfect, or you're, whatever. It's just, the accuser of the brethren and the sister trying to come and bogart and make me not go, or make me wish that I wasn't going, or keep me in a position where I'm in disobedience to God about something that I know I need to do before I go. And so I got direction on that last night, and I'm going to take care of it, hoping tomorrow. And so it's a conversation, a confrontation that I need to have, but not, I shouldn't say a confrontation. It's more of something that I need to do for my healing. And because I'm at a point right now where I can't go forward anymore until I take care of this, And so I'm going to take care of it. Pretty excited. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, so I'm excited, and I hope that you all can catch this on live stream if you're not able to come. And this really wasn't a God scope necessarily. It was just kind of I'm excited. Let me just get on and talk until JW's ready. So once I see him pop up, I'll let you guys go, and I'll pop over there. So anyway, I do covet your thanking God for an amazing time. I do ask that you just pray a prayer of agreement that there will be safe travel. Thank God that His word will go forth from each speaker, and that His will be done, and that this will be a life-changing experience for everyone involved. I even will go so far as to say even the workers that would happen to pass by the door will hear a word from God and be changed. I mean, just saying, like, I was reaching out there. I'm leaving at 8 a.m. Or as close to 8 a.m. as possible. One of two things is going to happen. Either I'm going to have my mom stay the night here and then take me to the car rental place, and then I'm going to leave from there as soon as I get the paper signed, or I'm going to have them pick me up and take me there at 8 o'clock, and then but someone has to be here in order for me to leave. And so I've got to talk with my mom to see what she thinks. So yeah, I'll be leaving here at about 8. I'll be getting to Madison about 10 ish, and then I'll have and then I'll be leaving Madison about 11, and then I'll be getting to Glenview at about 1-ish or so, 12:30 or 1. And so depending on how fast I drive and the fact that I don't get lost will greatly be what's the deciding factor of how long it takes me to get there. I'm also concerned about tolls, so I'm going to have to do some research on that. Because I'm not really sure if having tolls, I don't know if there's going to be tolls on the way. I know there's not tolls between here and Madison, but there may be. Oh, okay. All right, yep. And then on Friday morning, I'll be leaving from Chicago between 8 and 9, and then getting to Vandalia about noon is my plan. I'm planning to get to Vandalia about noon or so. So, hey Nisi, thanks for joining. So that is the plan, and I'm super excited. Yeah. So I'm excited, and then I'll be there obviously Friday, and then obviously all day Saturday. I'm staying the night in Vandalia on Sunday, and then Sunday morning I'm leaving and traveling the 8 hours back. So I haven't decided what time I'm leaving yet, but I need 8 hours. So I might leave like around 9, and so from 9 until 5, so that'll give me 8 hours, and that'll give me a little bit of leeway in case I have like traffic or something happens on the way. I mean, it's a Sunday, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, got it. Yeah. Yeah, so, not 100% positive when I'll be leaving. It'll be probably somewhere like around 9 or 10. And then I'll be getting back into Marshfield about 5 or 6. And then returning the car, having my mom meet me at the car place. Either my mom or my sister. I could probably have her meet me there. Just if my mom doesn't meet me, or if my mom doesn't stay the night and take me, then she won't have my car. So then I'll have my sister meet me and bring me home. I would leave my car there, but it's right next to a bar. And I just don't want to come home and have all my windows smashed out. I mean, we live in a pretty, a pretty quiet town, but I just don't want to take a chance that some drunk person gets mad and smashes my windows because the car looks like they're ex-boyfriends or some business like that. I don't know. Yeah, so I'd rather either have it parked in the garage here or parked with my mom and her be able to have the vehicle to use while I'm gone. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't trust drunk people. I've done some stupid stuff when I was drunk, like driving, and yeah, so I'm just not taking a chance that, just not taking a chance at all that it's going to happen that way, or that, I'm not tempting fate, let's put it that way, or being stupid. I'm using wisdom, and I'm not going to leave my car at the place, just saying. Yeah, so... yeah, it looks like Nisi got off. I'm wondering if that means that Jason is coming on. I don't know. I didn't see him come on yet, so... oh, maybe he did, and I just didn't see him. He did. Yep, okay. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go over to Prophet JW's. Thanks for hanging with me. I will save this, but I probably will hide it. Because it really... maybe not. I don't know. Just agree with me in prayer. If you catch this on the replay, I'll leave it up. If you catch this on the replay, please say a prayer. If you are wanting to sow into this ministry trip, my Cash App and my PayPal are both in. And the email that's in there is also for the PayPal. If you want to sow into this trip to help make it a little bit more comfortable, that would be amazing. You can give on Cash App or PayPal, or use the email that is in my bio to send. No, you sure didn't. No, not at all. Not at all. In fact, someone else might want to join you and pray for those times. So that's awesome. If they catch it on the replay, they can write it down and pray. No, that's good. That's good. But I'm going to go and jump on Prophet JW's scope and see what's going on over there. All right, you guys, love you. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.